Hello, welcome back to Marta from Sparta. Today part 3 of holiday crafts. In today's video, I will show you how to make this gorgeous anthropology inspired rose chokers. Gorgeous accessory for upcoming holidays Paries and New Year's Paries, but I'm gonna put my own twist on it. I will show you how to make a choker, which will also serve you as a belt. Hey, but before we're gonna go shopping, don't forget to like and subscribe. Every week I will share with you fun and creative ideas on a budget. So hit this button now so you won't miss my next video. Obviously, choices of colors are up to you. I will be making black rose, hot pink rose, and very light pastel pink rose, because that's what's gonna actually be best for my holiday and New Year's wardrobe. As far as the fabric type goes, the best fabric which will work for this project is polyester. And then whatever you will choose to use as a belt. I'm gonna do a ribbon, and the other one I'm gonna do leather rope. We will start with folding our fabric multiple times, because edges of the rose doesn't have to be perfect. As a matter of fact, if they are being not even and not perfect circles, that's even better. So I used a ribbon packaging to kind of trace the circles on my fabric, and then I cut them out. I cut like multiple different sizes. You also will need to cut a circle out of the felt, and you will need basically two circles like you see on the video. One very large and one small. I will explain later why do you need two of them, but the felt circle should be size of the largest petal you have. I'm using like very small candle, and as you see on the video, I'm kind of getting close with my fabric, and I'm frying and melting the edges of each petal. That takes a while. If I want this look to be more, if I want the petals to be more like wrinkled and fried, I just hold it above the flame a little bit longer. This specific polyester which you see on the video actually was not that easy to work with. I had to hold it very, very close to the flame. And that's a time lapse of me frying all petals for the rose. I made a lot of them because I want this rose to be huge and have like a lot of petals. Right after I finished that, I used the glue gun to attach my petals to the felt. So as you see, I'm attaching petals to the side of the felt which doesn't have a color because that part is not visible. And then there is really no right or wrong way of making the rose. I'm gonna make 3 different roses, so you're gonna see 3 different techniques. This rose will be the largest one, so I'm folding petals half, I'm attaching whole petals, medium, large, I'm mixing them all together because I have a picture of the rose in my head and I'm trying to accomplish this look by keep gluing them and making the large rose like a very thick and large. At some point, I started to push fold petals into the quarters and push them much in with some random tool I found on my desk because the glue gun was very hot, and I was trying to push them in and make everything like very wrinkly and very rosy and wrinkly, so you will see the effect at the end, how fun it actually came out. And voila, this is the rose number 1. I really love it. It came out perfectly. It's very large rose because this rose I will be actually using as my choker and as my belt for the dress or pants as well. So now I try to kind of choose which cord I really want to use for this rose. And you can use a satin ribbon, you can use one of those cords which I decided to use. So I kind of had to think through what I'm gonna be wearing this rose with, and I decided to go with a black leather cord. I cut the cord long enough for my waist, but also I didn't want it to be way too long, so it will be like a lot of cord hanging on my back when I'm gonna wear it as a choker. Also, I can wrap it a few times around my neck if I want to wear it as a choker. I decided to have 2 knots at the end of each end of my belt, So you see me kind of like tying the knots over here, and then I will attach the cord into my rose. I will place the rose in the middle of my cord, and I will glue the cord to the big rose, and then I will attach the tiny felt circle on top of the cord, so it's gonna look really nice and finished. The second rose we will be making, it's a black anthropology inspired rose choker, and it will be only choker. It's not going to be a belt. So it's same steps as we did with the pink rose. We need a black felt circle, and we need multiple circles cut out from the polyester, which gonna be our petals. And for this one we also going to need satin ribbon and some clasps. So as you see, I am first cutting the felt circles, and I already cut a lot of black petals from the polyester fabric, and I cut them in different sizes. Again, this polyester, the specific black polyester, was really hard to burn. I don't know really why. It was same exact fabric as I used for the pink rose, but this one was way easier to get caught on fire. And actually I did get this fabric on fire multiple times. It's nothing really dangerous. It's just, as you see, harder to work with for some reason. It felt kind of thicker in my hands, but I had to go a little bit slower, and I had to kind of find sweet spot where and how far to burn the edges and not get the fabric on fire. So as far as the choker goes, as I said, I chose a satin ribbon. I measured my neck so it will fit perfectly, and satin ribbon also have tendency to fry at the edges, so I did exactly same thing. As you see, I burned the edges of the satin ribbon, even though I'm gonna attach findings at the end, but I want to secure the edges of that ribbon. And I chose like a very rusty kind of look. I had those findings, I have plenty of them, and I had perfect size for this ribbon. You can buy them in any craft store, on Amazon, that's pretty standard. You can get them literally anywhere in the color you want. So as I mentioned before, I choose this kind of rustic kind of look as far as this project goes, and I attach them to the end of my ribbon, and you just basically squeeze, and that's it. The next step will be to attach our rose to the satin ribbon, and that's what I want to give you a tip about, because in the beginning I attached my rose right in the center of the ribbon, but then I didn't thought this whole thing through, because if I wanted to wear the rose on the side of my neck, then the findings and chain end up being on the other side of my neck. So you have to really think how you're gonna wear your rose. And I want to wear my rose on the side, either left or right. So I decided to attach my rose to the side of my ribbon. Gluing process of the petals is exactly same as with the pink rose. I just decided to not fold the petals too much. I was attaching one on top of the other, one on top of the other, because I didn't want this specific rose to be extremely large. There is no right or wrong way to attach the petals. You just have fun and play with it and keep attaching them and gluing them, and it's very easy to create a rose once you have all petals burned. Just make sure that you have different sizes. I also decided to add a little bit more petals. Since I took the ribbon off, I decided to have the rose a little bit more fluffier, so I was attaching more petals to it, so the rose gonna be thicker and fluffier. I didn't want to necessarily make the rose larger, but I wanted to make a rose a little bit fluffier, because it was too flat for my taste. As you see over here, it's exactly what I mentioned before. I attached the rose right into the middle of the satin ribbon, and then I quickly realized that then I'm gonna end up wearing the rose always in front of my neck, and I really wanted to wear the rose a little bit to the center. So what I did, it's actually I had to rip it off and make another ribbon, and then I attached it to the side of my ribbon, so I can wear my rose on the side, either left or right, but having still my closure in the back of the neck. So as you see, I corrected kind of my original mistake. I attached the rose a little bit to the on one side of the ribbon, and I glue it in the center of the rose, and then I'm gonna attach another felt circle on top of that, so the rose gonna have really nice and finished back. Making a hot pink rose, exactly same idea as rose number 1 and rose number 2. This pink polyester was actually super easy and super fun to burn and melt the edges, so I really went crazy with it. As you see, I was like holding the petals above the candle, and I was like melting them really good and a lot, because I wanted to create like this beautiful petals which looked exactly like the rose petals. So this fabric, for some reason, even though it was polyester as the other two, it was super fun and super easy to work with. And voila, rose number one, black rose. I really love this one very much. I didn't have time to model that for you. It's a busy holiday season, but my friend mannequin is helping me to show you how it looks like her neck. It's kind of little bit skinnier than mine, and the rose doesn't sit really right on it, but yes, look at this. And that pink rose, which serves me as a belt as well. I'm planning to wear it as a belt with a black dress, or potentially satin or velvet pants as a belt, or also on the neck. You can see both side by side how it's going to look like. And last one is gorgeous hot pink choker rose. For this one, I added a little bit bling bling in a center, and it also gonna serve me as a choker only. You can see here on the mannequin, it looks gorgeous. I think it's gonna be gorgeous accessory for black dress or any outfit, basically for holidays. I could make it also as a belt with adding the ribbon, but very long ribbon, but I decided not to since I have the pink rose. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys like this project. It's amazing accessories for the holidays. You should try it. It's super easy, and you can actually make it as a gift for someone.
And hey, if you have expensive taste like me and you want to keep your bank account happy as well, this is the right place for you. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week.